Next topic we're going to learn about is displaying images in your HTML. So to display the image, you can use image tag just like other tags you've been using, h1, h2 paragraph, just like that. There is an image tag you can use to display the image. And to display the image, the most important one is the source. So you need to provide the source of the image, whether it's locally hosted. For example, if it is available in a local folder, then you can give that path to that folder and then the image inside that folder. For example, if you have images folder and this is the image you have there, you can provide the source like that. Or if the image is available in some web pages, some URL, then you can use that as well. Alright, so this is the most important one. And then you can also use the class name and then write some CSS to make it look beautiful and make it responsive on a smaller screen, bigger screen. So you can always write some CSS to control the image, how it looks. And then you can also provide some alternative name for the image. Now this name will be used, this alt tag will be used by search engine. So you should be describing what type of image it is so that it is good for SEO. Alright, so let's give it a try. Image. By the way, before you try, we need to have some images. So you can go to pixabay.com and download some royalty-free images that you can use in a project. Pixabay.com, let's go there and let's search for something. Let's search for technology. So let's grab one image. You can choose any image you like, doesn't really matter. I'm going to choose one. Let me choose this one. This is coding related. Alright, so let's download. Find it. I'm going to copy this image to my project folder. So this is my project folder. I'm going to create a folder called images, and inside there I'm going to paste that image. I'm going to change the name of the image to programming.png. Beautiful. Now that we have an image, let's try displaying that image here. So here, let's come all the way down here and then let's use that image tag. Image source, let's provide the source that's inside images folder. So /images and then the name of the file, that is programming.png. An alternative name also we can provide. This is a, let's say, programming image. Alright, let's give it a try. Come here, give it a reload, and there you see we have this beautiful image here. Now it's fixed size, so when you are watching on a smaller or bigger screen, you want to make it responsive, right? So I'll be showing you how you can write some media queries using CSS so that it is responsive on all different screen sizes, whether it's on a bigger screen, mobile screen, whatever that is. And you can also write some CSS to control how it looks. Maybe you don't want it to look that big, maybe you want it to have fixed width and height. We can apply some CSS to make it look better. Let's apply some CSS and media queries to make this image responsive and to look differently, to display this differently in a different screen size. For example, if I'm watching on bigger screen like this, then I want this image to be centered in the middle of the page, just centered. But if I'm watching on a small screen, I want that to take the all available width, something like this. But if I'm on a bigger screen, maybe I want it to be only in the middle of the page. So let's see how we can control the appearance. So you can see the example here. First we can apply some CSS using the class name, and then we can try writing some media queries. So if the width of the screen is 600 pixels, usually fonts have about 600 or less. So if it is on such screen size, then we want the image to take 100% width. Otherwise, if it is on a bigger screen, we want it to take only 50% of the width. Okay, so let's give it a try. First of all, let's give it a class name. let's call it web dev image. All right, so this is the class name. Let's write some CSS on that class name. Style image. This comment is optional, you don't have to. So this is the class name we're targeting, so we have to start with the dot class name, and then you can write some CSS. So let's say display block, and then margin 20 pixel auto. So the way it works is, as you can also see here in this booklet here, so margin, how it is applied is you can apply 4 values here. So margin, and then this one, you see 1 2 3 4 different values we have applied, and that means top, right, bottom and left. So on the top we want 20 pixel, on the right we don't want anything, auto. So on the bottom also we want 20 pixel, and on the left we don't want anything. Okay, so right and left auto, and then top and bottom we want 20 pixel. That's what it means. So margin 20 pixel auto, 20 pixel auto, and just make sure there's no comma here. Then max width, I want this image to only take 50% of the available width of the screen on a bigger screen. Okay, now if I give it a reload, you see it is taking only the 50% of the width, so both sides has empty spaces because it is only taking 50% of the width. Beautiful. And it has some margin on top and then bottom. I will talk more about margin and padding in the next lecture. All right, so that's great, but on small screen I want you to take full width, don't leave any spaces. All right, now if I go on a small screen, you notice this is way too small, because even on small screen it is only taking 50% of the width. Now I want to change that. If it is on a small screen, I want it to take full width, and we can do that using media queries. By the way, if you right click here on the page, inspect, okay, and then if you change the screen size, you will notice here the screen size changes. Okay, that can help as well. You see, at the moment we are on 900 pixel width, now it's 800, 700, 500. All right, and to see how it looks on mobile screen, you can also click on this, and that will toggle for mobile device. All right, so you can see, you can choose the screen size, for example iPhone, Pixel, Google Pixel, Samsung. For example, if I choose Samsung, you'll notice that's how it will look. On iPhone, that's how it would look. Alright, so you can use this to quickly toggle between different screen sizes as well. Alright, so on a small screen we want it to have full width. At the moment it is only taking 50%. So you can come here and write a media query. You will also find that example here. All right, so at media, to write media query, we use this at media only, and then you can target screen size only on the screen. That is, you can write minimum width and max width. Let's try max width, and that is, let's say 600 pixel. Okay, so the screen size with a maximum width of 600, that means 600 or smaller, those screen size, whenever user is visiting our page on those smaller screen sizes, we want the image to take 100% width. All right, so again you can just write that CSS, same CSS here. All right, but this time the only thing I want to change is the width. Everything else can inherit from here. All right, so max width 100%. And margin also, maybe instead of 20 you want a little bit less, you can change that. Margin. Now margin, whenever you're writing, you don't necessarily have to write all these 4 values. You can also write 2 values as well. So for example, let's say 10 pixel and auto. So that would mean top and bottom 10 pixel, right and left auto. So instead of 4 values you can write 2 values. This will indicate top and bottom, this will indicate right and left. Alright, so come here, give it a reload. Now when you reload, it should take full width. And yeah, sure it does, it takes full width. That's great. But on a bigger screen, it is taking only 50% of the width. On smaller screen, as soon as it reaches 600 pixel wide, you see it is taking full width. Beautiful.